Sociology can be defined as the study of how human society functions. It helps us understand culture, relationships, groups, and generally people as a whole. Theoretical perspectives are specifically three ways that sociologists connect related ideas or observations to explain how some parts of the world fit together. The symbolic interaction theory sees how we define and view ourselves in the world through symbols. They use these symbols to understand experiences and assume behaviors for when we interact with one another. In the functionalist theory, everyone relies on each other. One person's role is just as important as the next person's, because we all must contribute to how our society functions. Finally, the conflict theory states that there are conflicting competing groups that eventually lead to a change. Unlike other theories, the conflict theory sees someone being hurt instead of everyone being helped. In the new Disney movie Brave, symbols such as daughter and princess were important to the main character Merida. Because these symbols were important, she struggled with giving up her own values to fulfill her duties as princess because she didn't want to be married, but her parents wanted her to be, and that was her duty as a princess. For the functionalist theory, let's look at Finding Nemo. In the film, Marlin is looking for his son Nemo, and it seems as if everyone he runs into wants to help him too. While all these people try to help him, it's always in a different way. Dory helps him keep his cool. The sharks teach him that there is nothing to be afraid of, and the school of fish gives directions. Finally, Crush helps him get there faster. Finally, in the conflict theory, we can look to Disney movies in general. In most of them, there are forces of bad and evil, and more often than not, there is a villain. In social classes, you would see the bourgeoisie and the proletariats battling each other, while here it is good and evil. In the end, someone must triumph, and it usually helps them become a better person. Values are the things we do and want, while norms are the behaviors we have that reflect our values and beliefs. Sanctions are given when someone does something well or out of the norm. Walking around the market.
Try this, your taste buds will dance and sing. Hey, get your paws off. Why, you... Get away from here, you cursed filthy ape!
Nice going, Abu. Breakfast is served.
As the clip starts out, Aladdin is accustomed to stealing. It has become a norm for him. Obviously he wants to eat, so he steals the food and runs away from trouble. Now when Jasmine steals, she doesn't even realize she's doing anything wrong, because it has previously been that she is able to take anything she wants. The sanction here is for stealing is for cutting off of the hand, but Aladdin is so used to getting out of trouble that he helps Jasmine get out of trouble as well. Moving on, gender socialization is the ways that society helps shape gender norms and stereotypes. Not only is gender socialization apparent in the movies, but Disney is an example of mass media directing certain roles towards genders. In the movie Beauty and the Beast, you meet the character Gaston. Gaston is the most sought-after man in town by the women and the most envied of the men. He's strong, handsome, and likable. As a young boy seeing this, you're probably going to think that being strong, aggressive, and having women are important. However, in The Little Mermaid, there's a scene where Ursula is singing to Ariel about how she makes people's lives better. She mentions that a man wanted to get the girl, so she made him muscular. On the girl's behalf, a woman wanted to be thinner so she could fall in love, and this also creates a self-image that we have to be thin to be loved. Later, Ursula tells Ariel that she has to fall in love to get her help and to utilize her looks and body language in doing so. Social structure and interaction are standards that consist of our relationships and limits. What this means is that we learn certain behaviors and attitudes because of our location and social structure. Our social class can also be related to our social structure. Your social class is typically thought of in the way of your economic stature, while that correlates with your occupation and probably education as well. These help decide how privileged our lives may be. Social structure is a main part in the storyline to Hunchback of Notre Dame. It is the battle between the gypsies and the judge Claude Frollo. He views them as scum while they view similarly. However, because of their social standing, the gypsies are underprivileged. Most people don't want to do business with them, and they have to hide from the law. The judge, however, because of his social standing, could get basically anything he wanted. This happens to people all the time. Also using Hunchback as an example, statuses are positions we have, specifically in social groups. Everyone has multiple statuses, and these statuses can be achieved or ascribed. Achieved statuses are statuses that we had to work for, while an ascribed status is something we cannot change about ourselves, typically something you were born into. There are also status symbols that help indicate what status you might have, such as a wedding ring. A master status is a status that you hold that people identify you by. In The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Quasimodo's master status is his physical deformities, which are also ascribed. Esmeralda's master status is gypsy, also ascribed. Finally, Judge Frollo's master status is judge, which is an achieved status.